friend, real estate expert Barbara Corcoran. We're helping Mike and Jennifer get their house in selling shape. Finally, it's been day after day after day, and you guys are just stuck. Right. And I so understand that. You want to move on. So let's talk about this living room for a second. And actually, the floor plan itself, we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. It's not working at all. And I know that you've lived there and you've enjoyed it, but we've got to make some changes so that a potential buyer who walks in the door actually feels how they could live there graciously. Right. Barbara, let's talk about the importance of staging, though. I mean, I know staging used to be really big when the market was high and everybody could afford to have a stager. But what do you think in this situation? How does staging apply?
I think what's changed about staging is it's no longer optional. It makes a difference of the house selling or not. You know, you did the heavy lifting of the kitchens and bath renovation. That's a lot of work and money. But it's the staging, quite honestly, that makes the biggest difference on first impression. That people walk in and feel like, I like it here. It feels nice. I could be happy here.
Something feels right. I can picture myself living there. So staging really is using either what you have to make it look fantastic or adding a few pieces. Now, what I believe in doing, and your pictures are already in a box, Jennifer, so I hope you agree with me. I think it's time, if you have the money, to start upgrading some of the pieces that you know you're going to want to take with you to the next home. So if you just hate that sofa and you can sell it on Craigslist and you can get a new one that's going to go in your new living room, a potential buyer is going to feel differently how they feel when they see it in your old home, because the energy changes.
Right.
When you
and
bring
by
in
the way,
new
you're not
things
going
in
to
your
get
life.
much money for that sofa on Craigslist.
Thank you, Barbara. Always the soothsayer. All right. So let me dig into this because this is exactly how you have it set up right now. You're walking in the front door. You see that bookcase that Barbara abhors. Yes. Barbara's boyfriend, the bookcase. Your sofa is here. You have the chair here, the back of a chair over here, and then a small rug.
Yes.
The first thing that's going is a small rug. We've worked together on this show many times. Will you please tell everybody what a buyer thinks when they see a small rug?
This is the wackiest thing. Every buyer that walks in and sees a small rug makes the immediate comment, oh, the room's not very big. The room's not very big, not the rug. And then when you put in a big rug, they walk in and they go, oh, this is a nice-sized room. Go figure that out.
So
the rug is key.
Absolutely. The rug is absolutely key. You can see, even visually on the board, how different the room feels from just adding a larger rug. Flat woven rugs, natural woven rugs, catalogs, Overstock.com, 1,000 places. Doesn't have to be gorgeous. If it's something you'll bring with you, that's great. You can find a 9x12 rug for under $200 if you look online. That's a really, I know you spent $17,000 upgrading the kitchen.
Yes.
I think still that was money well spent because I think that would have really inhibited a buyer from coming in. But
That money back. No doubt.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's flip this for a second. Let's get rid of the bookcase altogether. Let's take the sofa and let's bring it actually onto the wall that faces out that window.
Okay.
Then what I want to do is I want to add a coffee table because it actually looks cozy, like you would want to hang out and have a conversation. 2 chairs, occasional chairs, so we get rid of the big clunky chairs, and we add one right here and another right here, and all of a sudden, I'm invited into this space. Don't you agree?
Well, most importantly, it gives the best message to the buyer walking in, welcome.
Welcome.
And that's what you want to say. Have
Exactly.
a seat, get comfortable.
Exactly. So even if there's nothing on the wall, that's okay. As long as the furniture shows somebody a plan that they would like to arrange in their home or your home once they buy it, I think you're in good shape.
Okay.
So let's then add a floor lamp because the lighting was treacherous.
Definitely. And thank God a table, because I thought you'd be watching the TV in that ugly bookcase and you have to run to the kitchen and get yourself a drink and put it somewhere.
That's
Right
true.
now you can put a drink
It's
down.
true. So side table, very simple. It's just the U. Everybody's familiar with the floor plan. If you were decorating for yourself, by the way, I would add a pair of decorative benches on this side to really round out the space. They're easy to walk around, but we're not. We're just doing something that's quasi-temporary. Then, because we took away this big bookshelf here, what I want to do is I want to take this, an updated bookcase, and I want to put it on the solid part of the wall. It's not where the window started. Remember, we talked about the draperies here in this corner and this corner alone, painting out the fireplace, and all of a sudden, this room actually is functioning, it's elegant, it's warm, it's inviting, and it's cozy. And this goes into a man cave. All this oversized, bulky leather business, all of it. So let's head over here. I want to show you what the room could look like.
Okay.
So Barbara, if we stage the house, if we invest in some pieces that we're going to take with us, how much would that increase the value of the home? Can you say that fairly?
Yeah, if it's on first impressions, which is the main room as you walk right in any home, not just your home, it usually adds roughly 5 to 7% to the sale value,
Wow.
to what it's worth.
Wow.
Yeah, to what it's worth. Yes.
So looking at the pictures, guys, and studying the floor plan as we all just walked through there, what I've designed behind these walls is a living room that I'm going to send you home with, and hopefully when your home sells, you'll be able to take it to the next home with you, okay? But put it in that house now. You guys ready to see it? Yeah? All right. I have to help them. It's been over 6 months. 6 months, and you want to move. Your stuff's in a box.
What a
Let's
nice
take a
guy.
look. Let's take a look. Come on in.
It is so inviting.
It feels inviting.
Very
So
inviting.
you can paint that fireplace yourselves in really in a day.
Yeah.
In fact, if you use spray paint, it even takes less time, and you don't have to do a perfect job because you're hopefully leaving. Let's be honest
They may
here.
not be leaving
Let's-
once they sit down.
Exactly. Well, this stuff I want you to bring with you to your next home, but just a couple of tips for anybody who's trying to sell their home just like you. Number one, avoid really bold patterns. Bold patterns are very personality driven. Wallpapers, personality driven. Painting things on the walls, again, personality driven. Bring the accessories, fresh flowers. If you've got a showing, talk openly with your broker. Do they have the money? How serious are they? If they do, go to the grocery store and spend $10 on flowers, okay?
Sure.
So then we've got very sort of light chairs, simple neutral colors. You can add your personality to this. This is a very neutral backdrop. It's open. The mirrored table reflects more of the light that Barbara was talking
clever.
about. Again, remember, this is going to be flooded with sunlight from those two windows once you take those blinds down. And this is a great place to put a TV. You don't have to. You could set that up as a bar. Just make it feel like somebody could live well in the space. And I...
May I say
Yes.
why this is also a great choice? It updates the house to 2011,
Right.
which is a nice association versus 1950.
It really is.
Makes
It
a
really
big
is.
difference.
Well,
Really.
everything in this room costs $2,500.
No.
So
Wow.
yeah, so $17,000 on the
Really?
kitchen, $2,500 to do this. If you actually spent that money going room by room and maybe painted the kitchen cabinets, we might be in a different situation. But I thank you very much
Thank
for
you
sharing
so
your story.
much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. You're very welcome. Barbara's sticking around. So here's what's going to happen now. We're going to take a break, and then Barbara's going to stick around because she's so good with money. But I wanted to see how good she was with money when fashion came into it. It's a little out of her area of expertise. We'll see what happens as soon as we come back.
After the break, bank or bust?